3176Z.
Hi,
Hey,
how's it going?
on top of the ground.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
Okay, all right. 3176Z. 3176Z. Government. 3176Z. You got Sophia Santa. I'm trying to remember. San Diego, California, VA, right?
Yep.
I try to ground myself. I'm 75 years old. And the elevator is unpredictable. That's the reason why it took so long. You hear that? You hear that thumping? You hear that thumping? You know how much it's irritating people? That's just why I created that thing. It says no low frequency system. What the hell is he doing to other people around here?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Somebody goes to complain, they automatically know it's not going to be this person here. It's not going to be this person here. It's not going to be this person. Oh, I know who complains. That's the reason why I created that noise ordinance paper.
Yeah.
How many people is he disturbing down below? See, here's the thing. Excuse me, sorry, Sophia. Okay, see, here's the thing, Sophia. You saw I had no birth certificate, right?
Right.
I should hate everybody in this world, shouldn't I?
Well, no, not necessarily.
No, what I'm saying is these people, they go out and hurt people. They go, oh, I didn't have a good life. I had no life. I don't know why I care. I consider it God's a miracle. So here's the thing. Let me just read this, okay, if you don't mind, Sophia. Okay? At Entrada Apartment, ordinance number, then I give 021-647-2023. This means you will keep your television, stereo, radios, musical instruments, any of your apartment listening enjoyment down. No subwoofers or bass systems. Home stereo system will be allowed at any time because these systems put low frequency sound out that your neighbor can't hear but feel. Because even slight disturbance will cause buildup on people's nerves, interrupting their sleep, rest, relaxation. Your noise will not even slightly go out of your apartment. You heard the noise going out of his apartment, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is a new person who moved in, okay? Not even slightly, because it builds up on people's nerves, interrupting their sleep, rest, relaxation. Your noise will not even slightly go out of your apartment. If you have kids or a heavy walker, stomper, you at your own expense will put down heavy carpet and thick foam padding. You will wear foam-soled shoes. All tenants are encouraged to report noise violations. You do not have to give your name. Just give your apartment number. Just give us the apartment number of the violator, as we realize retaliation is a serious safety danger. Any tenant retaliation directly or indirectly, will be reported immediately to law enforcement. You immediately be evicted 3 days' time. Eviction will begin immediately. This will be permanently recorded. So any future background checks will show your reason for immediate eviction. We want your apartment experience to be as enjoyable as possible. Few grudges possible. See, I put down there, we want you to enjoy your place here.
Yeah.
But you got low life like this right here, thump, 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 thump. This is for the Housing Commission. We at San Diego Housing Commission want you to have the most enjoyable experience at your home apartment. Your quiet enjoyment rights, ordinance number 021647-2023. That means you will keep all your music, televisions, radios, Bluetooth devices, musical instruments, no drums or any bass amplifiers, only to your listening level. No thumping or bumping bass will be allowed at any time. This includes any car stereo system, because they put out low frequency sound that your neighbor will not be able to hear but feel, causing constant tension, building up on their nerves, disturbing their sleep, relaxation to be disturbed anywhere on the property that you are ridding, and only at your listening level, not even slightly leave your home. If you like your music loud, you will get headphones, earbuds. If you or kids are heavy walkers, stompers, you at your expense will put down heavy carpet and thick padding underneath. Wear foam shoes, no barking dogs, hollering, screaming, fighting. All tenants are encouraged to report noise violations. You do not have to give your name, apartment number, as we realize retaliation is a very real safety danger. Any tenant, direct or indirect, will immediately be reported to law enforcement by us. The eviction process will begin immediately. This will permanently record it. So any future background checks will show the reason for your eviction. This will prevent future grudges as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. So I put on there, thank you for your cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that was signed every year. Every tenant had to sign it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know? Yeah. Imagine, so I hope you don't have to live with shit like that. I hope you don't have to live with it. But I can guarantee you, Sophia, if I ran the VA,
yeah,
I would say, this fucking shit ain't gonna happen. We're gonna go to the federal government and we're gonna make it to where, because see, here's the thing, thump, thump, thump. What does that do to you? That's like a Chinese water test, torture chamber type of thing. And if I was in your shoes, and there's a lot of ways, I don't even qualify to be in your shoes. I don't have your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a person, Sophia, that's trying to live in peace.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Did you by any chance relate us to Jonathan Flood or anything like that?
Well, no, because those are your suggestions.
Right, but so in other words, veterans, their input is not allowed?
Yeah, no, your input.
So here's the thing to see, Sophie, this is the reason why I gave this to you.
Yeah.
Is because you could say, you know what, I'm going to find a way. See, I even read on your LinkedIn page that you're resourceful, you're creative, you think of new ways to solve problems.
Yeah.
I read that, okay, on your LinkedIn page. I saw that.
Right.
So here's the thing. Just because there's no clear rules, this is something that I've gone on research, Sophia. Mm-hmm. And I've seen on YouTube of many veterans, the hell that they go through. Imagine you're on an aircraft carrier, bang, bang, bang,
yeah.
every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Imagine you're on a submarine. Noise never stops. Then they want to, and I love this about Entrada Park in San Diego, California. I haven't. But now imagine, see, that dumping base just doesn't go through the walls there. It goes through the floors. It goes through everything, just like that stomper.
Right.
So
yeah. So that's your recommendation.
But it's not just my recommendations. See, I passed them on to you. It'd be the same thing like.
Would you like me to explain to you?
No. The only explanation I want, I want you to say, yes, I'm going to relay this to Jonathan Flood here. I don't want to hear anything else.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying, Sophia? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, I've heard, why don't you? Not my job, not my jurisdiction, I'm not authorized. I told them to issue, I wasn't there, and all kinds of excuses. And these are people basically saying, I don't care. It's your problem. I don't care.
Okay.
See, so here's the Sophia. Since you've been with 7 years with the VA,
uh-huh.
I should think because I saw on your LinkedIn page where it said you're resourceful, you're creative, and was that a lie on your LinkedIn page? Was that a lie when you put that in there?
No.
Then here's the thing. I handed them. I'm going to hand these to you again.
I still have them. I don't need them again.
I greatly appreciate it. Because, the thing is I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
And
what's your expectation of Jonathan to do with those?
My expectation is if he's worth his salt, and he cares about the veterans, and he ain't just getting a paycheck, he's going to go to Washington, D.C., or wherever the hell it is, where the VA center is, and they're going to say, we need to get something done. See,
that's not going to happen.
Well, I go on a tiny chance. I go on a tiny chance. So here's the thing. It seems to me like you're determined not to even take a chance.
I'll take it to him, but...
Okay, all right, okay, so here's the thing.
I need to know, here's these papers.
Here's the thing, Sophia. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Sophia, you heard that God... and I'm not going to cuss because
I heard it. Yes.
See, you asked me not to cuss.
Right.
I'm madder than hell.
I hear that.
So see, here's the thing. That low frequency sound, even though we can't hear it, the vibrations, they go through the whole place. Mm-hmm. So what it does, Sophia, is it gets people in a state of unrest.
I understand that. I understand. You explained it.
And so here's the thing. Oh, as I said, I care. I don't know why I care about other people.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know. It's a godly miracle. I shouldn't care. Have you ever run across anybody else to where you couldn't even find their birth certificate?
Question. So you're recommending that Entrada Apartments and the
I'm recommending this become
I can't even finish a question.
Federal law.
I'm asking a question.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So with those, you want Entrada Apartments and the Housing Commission to add those to their paperwork. Is that what
on
you
the
want?
top of when I got my 122?
So that doesn't have anything to do with the VA.
Well, here's the point. Seems to me like, all these bureaucracies, they always figure out a way not to do something creative. They try, because, see, Sophia, there are many veterans, they're not going to tell you this, but they went through years of dump machines and everything like that. They went through, where they would have emergency calls all the time. They went to where they was in a coffin-sized bed.
Yeah.
They went through situations of where when they try to go to sleep, somebody's walking on there to get into their bed. They're under constant. So when the veterans come here, this is supposed to be their relaxation.
So let me ask you, why don't you go to Entrada and ask them to
Okay, first of all, number one, see, I've already gone to Entrada.
And you've asked
I've already gone to what's her name? I'm trying to think of her name right now.
Loretta?
What is it?
At the Housing Commission? Or?
No.
Oh.
I gave one of these to the Housing Commission.
Okay.
The one with we at San Diego Housing Commission. I gave it to them, and I can't think of her name right now, but Alexis something, I can't remember her. Alexis Ramos.
Okay.
Who is the claimed community property manager, and then there's Colin Nichols. Okay, since I've been here at these Entrada Apartments since 2022, I have seen so many people come through. I don't know who the hell, So see, and if I come to them and I took a chance, now they're going to go, oh well, we know who the troublemaker is, because what I did by me giving that to them. And then there was community. There was
you gave that piece of paper to them?
There was a regional manager that came by.
Yeah.
What was her name? I'm trying to think of it. Ann. I can't remember her last name right now.
Okay. So
Ann Carson.
Yeah.
Ann Carson. I told her. I said, can we get something done so that we can make it to where? Because I said 90% of the trouble is I made a mistake. 99.9% of all trouble. As of June 9, 2026, you heard that thumping over there, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine what that's doing to the people that might be living on the floor there, underneath. Now imagine, I hope you're not living in a situation. Imagine you got an apartment here, you got an apartment here, you got one on top of here, you got one on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like you're being compacted.
Yeah, so you came up with a good solution and you presented it to them.
Right, but it seems to, see, if I was in your shoes, in a lot of ways I can't qualify because there's stuff that you do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But in this one way, I'd say, I'll be damned if these veterans are going to live like this. We'll take it all the way to, if we have to Washington, D.C. This needs to be something every veteran, the Veterans Administration, every veteran in the United States will not be subjected to what we heard over there, that thumping bass. Now imagine that's going on all the time. And see, here's the thing, even though we cannot, have you ever heard of something called a Havana syndrome? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That right there has to do with the low frequency sound.
Right.
That disturbs your central nervous system.
Right. Yeah, we've been through this. I feel like every month we have the same conversation.
That's right. We're gonna have it because I'm politely asking you, and I'm begging you.
I'll give that to Jonathan.
I'm begging you. I'm begging, and if Jonathan don't do anything about it, then he ain't. That he's telling me he don't care about the veterans, and that the VA is just a paycheck for him. See, the thing is if I had my way, I'd have it to where, because see, I just got a letter here. Look, I owe Social Security $12,000.
I know. I've been to the office with you. I know.
If they did their homework, they would see, and they added everything, they would see that I spent everything. I don't have nowhere near $12,000. So how do they come up with that? How?
It's an overpayment.
They're cons. Okay. Scam alert right here.
Is there anything else? Because we've gone, okay. Social Security, I know about the noise issue. Is there anything else?
Well, I'm gonna do something that you're never gonna see again. I'm begging you. For the rest of your life, you're gonna remember one vet begged you. Because I'm in a situation of where if I went down there and said, "Hey, motherfucker, turn that goddamn."
You can't talk to people like that.
No, here's the thing. When you got thumping going on all the time.
Yeah. There's a procedure for complaints and you don't want to do it.
No, it seems to me like the procedure is basically a runaround. That's all it is. See, I can't understand why.
You made it.
Have you ever heard of was it?
You made a formal complaint before and got moved. So I don't understand.
So you would have thought because I got moved from 330, it was Bella, and what was her name, Jasmine. They really cared. They were two managers that cared.
So why don't we make a formal complaint again?
No, because I don't want to be targeted on me.
You were targeted.
No, here's the thing.
But you were never targeted.
Here's the thing. That stomper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out why. I've seen their advertisements where we got people, we got apartments open on the first floor. Why don't they move him down to the first floor? So his stomping isn't taking and putting people in pure hell.
Well, they don't know because nobody's complaining. So
I guarantee you plenty of people.
Then why don't you
if I've complained.
Yeah.
Imagine how many other people complain when they're underneath seeing him stomping.
But you haven't complained. Which is what
well, here's the thing. It seems to me like, see, if I complain, then it's on me.
It's not on
Oh,
me.
yes, it is.
It wasn't on you the first time.
Do you live in the real world? Do you live in the real world?
It wasn't on you when you complained.
Do you live in the real world? Let me tell you what the real world is, okay, Sophia? The real world is they find out I made a complaint.
But they didn't.
Now, here's the point. Let me tell you. The real world is now every time I walk out my door, I'm wondering if they're going to have people out there to attack me. That's the real world.
That's called paranoia.
That is not.
I think that's called paranoia.
No, it's not paranoia. It's fact.
Nobody.
Let me ask you something. Did you hear? Did my paranoia cause that noise in that apartment down there?
Saying.
Did that?
No.
So it seems to me like.
But you think
you're an expert.
Have a target on you is paranoia.
Sophia, it seems to me like you're a target. You are an expert at deflecting, making excuses and everything like that. No. So I got down on my knees, June 9, 2026.
I'm just
trying
to explain.
No, it's very simple. All you'd have to do, Sophia, is say, I don't care if I hear no. Do you know what no means? No means not now. Do you know what can't means? It means can, and there's a T, can try. That's what can't means.
Okay.
To me, can't is not something to where, where you can't do anything. And I'm not just speaking for me.
Okay.
I'm speaking to thousands of veterans, that are suffering. Okay. They don't know what to do.
I'll give the people.
So here's the thing. This right here could be something. I've already laid it out. They make excuses and go, well, the spelling's a little bit bad. I said, let me ask you something. I'd say, how do you spell little? What's got two T's? What's the reason for the two T's in there? Phone. Why is it that the phone starts with PH and not F? So that throws out the rules.
I'll give it to Jonathan. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. I want to talk about where, have you had anybody to where they didn't give you a call, where they namely gave you a call on a regular basis, Sophia? Santa, right? Sophia Santa, right? Yeah. Have you had anybody where you normally got a call, where normally you couldn't reach them? Because True Connect came by here. Mm-hmm. I think it was the 28th. May 28th. Okay. True Connect came by, knocked on my door. I'm just gonna read you, Sophia. I wrote down what happened, okay? So here's what it is, okay? May 28th, 2026. Somebody named Ashley knocked on my door. Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm here to give you a new phone. And I said, I did not order a phone. I was surprised. Then this con said, didn't your provider send you a new phone? They're supposed to give you a new phone each year. So what they did, we don't want your lifeline to be canceled. Mm-hmm. So they offered me a phone. I said, so keep your lifeline. We got you a new phone. Are you the owner of this apartment? Yes. Well, we need to see your identification. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. Here's what they did, Sophia, okay? We need to see your ID. So I just showed it. I thought it was no big deal, right? They took a picture of it. Mm-hmm. I said, I don't understand. I already got a phone. I told them it's against the law to have two phones. I am not about to break the law. I want to call my Safe Link provider to see if it was canceled. Okay, I'll wait. Then they said, oh, we got an emergency. I heard on the phone there. They had a speakerphone. We got an emergency. Come out here right now. That means I was alert. And I busted them. So she left. She promised to come back. She never did. Okay. After she left, I immediately called SafeLink. And they said my account was good. California Lifeline. They said my account was good and was good till April 2027. But they said my phone was transferred. Mm-hmm. California Lifeline. They transferred my phone, and if I had not gotten on the phone immediately, here's the situation. I would have no phone because they did not give me a phone. They left. They transferred here to True Connect. I talked to a Crystal and told her I did not agree to the switch provider. I asked her to stop any phone transfers. No way did I say, okay, all right. I clearly said I want to call SafeLink to see if it was canceled. Having another provider means no new, that means a new number. No, you couldn't get in touch with me. Doctors couldn't, friends, government, VA wouldn't be able to get a hold of me, would not be able to contact me. And then they would think because they couldn't get in touch with me, well, what happened? So if I had a new number, okay. So, let's see. So I called California Lifeline, and I was so traumatized by it that I called 3 hours straight. And then I called again. There should be, let's see if we can't get something done. Mm-hmm. Because they're targeting, they didn't knock on anybody else's door. They must have some kind of a master sheet of knowing people that are on Lifeline, and they zero in on them. They didn't knock on that door. They didn't knock on these other doors. Yeah. So this is another thing where I'm concerned about the vets. So, the vet might, first of all, I was woken up. Mm-hmm. I consider it a godly miracle that I was able to control myself, and because I was woozy when I woke up. And what if I said, because they had a Galaxy A14 phone there, great big box there. Look what we got for you. Or do you like an iPhone? You look to me like you're a Samsung type of person. What if I took that phone? But they didn't even give me the phone. They left. So that means I would have no phone whatsoever. SafeLink would have cut me off. TrueConnect cut me off. And I would have been totally messed up. So here's the conversation. I told him, I said, disconnect the recording. This is when I called California. Cancel the pending transfer. They said, don't worry, Access Wireless won't port your number. What should be, Sophia, is anytime anybody is applying to getting another phone, they need to have it in writing, that they understand that there should be a law that unless you port somebody's number, you can't change it. Because now, if it was a situation where I went back to sleep, because I'm 75 years old, okay, so I'm not as as awake as a lot of times. I got to sleep many hours a day. I don't know why, okay, and so let's see, quota 2 phones. Let's see, dishonest recording, cancel pending transfer, different number. Don't worry, Access Wireless won't port your number. I asked them, I said, isn't that dishonest that they would switch my number and not let me know?
Yeah.
And let's see, refuse to port number. I told them about where Access Wireless, when I had Assurance Wireless before, they refused to port my number. So I lost a number that I had over 12 years when I was with Assurance Wireless for 12 years. I lost that number. That means I had to call all the government agencies and everybody up and say, hey, I don't have this number anymore.
Yeah.
So, and so I didn't, let's see, no provider send new phone, let's see, federal, since it's a federal program, I figured that they would take and do a criminal prosecution on this TrueConnect Ashley, because God knows how many people, she has no conscience. She didn't care that I would be left without a phone, didn't care.
Yeah, that's weird.
And let's see, emergency calls, wrote about access, refused to port number. It took Nicholas, there was a guy named SafeLink, took him 3 hours from SafeLink to try to transfer my number from Assurance Wireless, from Access Wireless that had my number, wouldn't do it. So every time I see Nicholas, you know what I do? And so far, 4 times I've seen him, you know what I do, Sophia?
What do you do?
I give him a goodwill $1. And I say, thank you.
Yeah.
To let him know. I like to stand up. When I go to a store, Sophia, grocery outlet, did you ever remember, you never went to super discount store, did you? You'll love it. Do you like deals or you like steals?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want it to where anybody that is being transferred, they've got to put it in their own signature. They got to have a pad there where they put their fingerprint on, just like if you're an out-of-town bank. They'll say, okay, we'll accept your check, but we need a fingerprint. You ever seen that before? Yeah. Okay, so that means they got to have their fingerprints. They got to have an acknowledgement that they understand that they are switching. No more of this where they switched on me, because if I had not been, alert enough about what was going on, they said, oh, we're going to come back. What if I waited? And then the time was too late. Now I'd be in limbo because I wouldn't have SafeLink phone. I wouldn't have TrueConnect phone. And to send them up to my apartment to knock on my door in my place, I can understand that they serve a service for homeless people, people without a house. It's welcome. A lot of times, no disrespect to the homeless people, But a lot of them, they drop the phone, they get stolen and everything like that. No, okay, all right, give me another phone. You know, they don't care if they got, you know, a number change. Me, it meant everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like you did the right thing and nothing happened to your number.
But here's the thing. We need to have an alert done with the VA.
No, that has nothing to do with.
Well,
the VA.
I'm going on a tiny chance. I'm going on what I'd like you to do, Sophia. Please don't say no to me, because see, no means to me, you got your $100,000 paycheck. The hell with me. When you say no, that's what you're saying. I don't accept.
I'm just saying the VA has nothing to do with
that. Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. When it comes to the safety, the well-being of veterans, hell yeah, it does. Or you know what? I'll be honest with you. If I was the director and you said that, you would be fired. You'd be prosecuted for every paycheck that you got. You would have to pay back everything, because Sophie, then it proves to me you don't care.
I do care.
Then how about we saying? How about see, Sophia? How about we saying, you know what? We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. No, can't.
Because the cell phone industry and all of
no, there's a difference there. There's a difference there. If they're targeting vets, okay, now the vet ain't got no phone. We can get something started. Why do you say no? I don't understand.
Yeah, because you're not listening, and I can't.
No, but I don't listen to no. I don't listen.
You don't listen to anything.
You know, if I listen to no, you know, if I listen to no all my life, you know what I'd be? Let me see. When you're born an orphan, and you ain't never had no, you're not going to have no parents. No, you're born ugly. No, you're not going to go to parties. No. You know how many times I've heard no, and I ignore no, because if I accepted no, then I wouldn't be in this apartment right now. No. You're on the streets. No. You know, I went to, you know David Smith, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I refused no, you don't have a place, okay? 7 times. And I can understand their wisdom. David Smith said, you want, come on back. They didn't tell me reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Come on back. 7 times, if I can remember correctly. Because it's a weeding out process, because they don't want to invest a lot of money in somebody that ain't going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 times. Not only that, David Smith gave me an Apple phone. He said, this is the last one here. I told him, I said, the phone that I got right is unreliable. And he gave me that phone.
Okay.
So here's the thing. All I'm trying to do, I'm speaking out for the veterans that could have their phone changed. Then when you go to give them a call, they go, oh, well, yeah, I can't get a hold of them.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. If I accepted no, you can't ever play guitar. No.
Okay, you don't have to accept no.
So I don't accept no.
Okay, you don't have to.
So here's the thing, because no to me is an excuse.
Okay.
Hey, I'm 75 years old. I've done research. At my age, there are people that are 20 years old that can't do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
See, when people accept no, nothing gets done.
Okay.
So what I would love to have heard you say was, you know what? We'll give it a try. Have you ever been in sales? You ever been in sales?
Yeah.
Okay, in sales, there's something that's called, you hear no, getting past no.
Mm-hmm.
No, all that is a bluff. And so here's the thing. No, I don't accept it.
Okay, don't accept it.
And so I would have loved to have heard you say, you know what? We're going to give it a try. See, C-A-N-T, you know what that means? Can try.
Mm-hmm.
Can try. My whole life, if I accepted no, I don't know where I'd be.
Okay.
So what I'd like to hear out of you saying, you know what? I'm not going to just try one time. These veterans, they care so much for me, I'm not going to take no for an answer. How do we get things done if people said, oh, I'm just going to just accept the no? Mm-hmm. I would have loved to have heard you say, you know what? You just like on your LinkedIn page. Resourceful, creative, problem solver. Were those lies?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. Just like when you lost your fanny pack. I mean, your phone, you left it down there. Okay, I said to you, please get a fanny pack. Mm-hmm. I could have easily said, that's your problem, man. I don't care. But I got you a solution to a problem. I've always tried to have solutions to problems. Just like when I was on the streets. I went to Mayor Todd Gloria's office down there, San Diego, California. Mm-hmm. I went there. I said, I got some ideas how we can get to where shit ain't all over the streets. Put out buckets where people can go to the bathroom. Oh, that's too much. What?
Do you have an alarm going off?
I don't know.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
No. I think everything's same old same.
Well, the thing is, I would greatly appreciate it if you would write down on your notes that I'm concerned. You heard that thumping there on that apartment, where that thumping bass.
Yeah.
You can't. See, the thing is, have you ever been in a car, Sophia, and you heard a bass that felt like it was, about to make you throw your guts up in a car? Have you ever heard that? Thump, 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 thump in a car?
Yeah.
That is low frequency sound. That was put out by China. Now, when you say I'm paranoid, tell me exactly how I'm paranoid if all I'm trying to do is solve problems. How's that paranoia? How?
No, the part that I was talking about is that when you think you make a complaint, you're going to have a target on your back.
That's the real facts. Okay. See, the thing is, Sophia, I got to think ahead of time. I got to think about 2 or 3 spaces. I got to play not just chess, 3-dimensional chess. Okay. Have you ever played chess?
No.
Okay, in chess, you got to think about moves ahead. Okay, let's say like I get the wrong person, I make a complaint. They automatically going to do, what's it called? Elimination, process of elimination. Well, it wouldn't be this apartment down here. Chances are it's somebody nearby.
I'm going to make our next appointment for next month.
When?
For Wednesday, July 8th at 2.
Let me write that down.
I was expecting you to.
So all I'm asking, see, no, that's where we have all kinds of problems. Is no. It's like as far as I'm concerned, these enemy invaders that are coming across here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead
and write the appointment down.
Have you ever heard of Veterans for Peace? Have you ever heard of that group?
No.
Okay. I went to them.
It's really warm in here. Yeah. Can I open the door?
Go ahead, open the door. Yeah, by all means. By all means.
Okay.
So here's, hold on. No, I'll go you one better. See here, problem solving. Look at this. Look what I did for you. Okay. Look what I did for you, huh? Look at that. Look at that. See, sometimes life is a backwards puzzle. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I have found stuff and I go, well, what am I going to do with this? Mm-hmm. I don't know, and I keep it and I find something. I have found. See, I'm a firm believer. There's no such thing as a coincidence. There's no such thing as fate. There's no such thing as luck. Everything is a plan. I don't know the exact plan. I don't know why I was born an orphan.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Look at this right here. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's the cancer on my throat. You know what? I don't care. I ain't asking our maker. A lot of people, oh, please heal me. No. I want to be able to endure with it. I got pain right now. It's like stinging of a bee sometimes. I ain't asking our maker to heal me. Because that's second guessing.
All right.
So
it's been an hour now, so I've got.
Yeah, I know it's been I know it's been an hour, but this is an hour of not something of where I'm just wasting your time. I'm doing something. Did you get the paper?
I have the papers. I don't need them. I have them.
But you don't have it in paper form, do you?
Yeah, you gave them to me last time.
So here's the thing. What I would like is I would like it to where the VA says we're going to put ourselves in the shoes of these vets that are suffering. We're going to put ourselves in the shoes of a vet that might have their phone tricked out to where they don't have no phone no more. This is a federal violation because the Lifeline is a federal program. There needs to be a prosecution done. There needs to be an investigation done. See, here's the thing, Sophia. Have you ever heard of something like where miners would keep a canary with them at all times? Because the methane, you can't smell it unless they put a stinking smell in it. You can't smell it. So that was to alert the miners. So all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to alert you about two things that are very, very serious, and something needs to be done immediately. Immediately, as I'm talking about, as of June 10th, 2026, there needs to be an immediate. Hey, we're gonna do a prosecution. We're gonna do an investigation prosecution on True Connect of where they sent out people here. Okay, on the streets, they're performing a service, but when they knock on my door and trick me out of my phone, isn't that a very serious thing? I hope it never happens to you.
I mean, you should talk to law enforcement about that.
Are you kidding? First of all, aren't you? Isn't the VA? You're higher up. You're higher up in the federal government. Oh, yes, you are.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, yes, you are. Tell me how it works. Tell me exactly how it works.
I'm not going to argue with you again. So
why?
I'll see you next month.
Okay, first of all,
the VA is a healthcare, medical.
So in other words, okay, medical. Let's go on medical. Let's go on medical. You don't care. You don't care about the
They're
comfort.
Not saying they don't care.
You don't care. Then I'll be honest with you. If I ran the VA, anybody says no, you're fired.
Okay. All right. I'll see you next month too.
So I want you to send that to Jonathan Flood, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you, okay? All right. This fucking bitch weighs 400 motherfucking pounds. My experience has been anybody that's a fat fuck, they don't give a fuck about nobody. Is that right there? Is that right there? 7 years sucking up money. 7 years sucking up money. And not doing a motherfucking thing. See, she's counting on somebody going, oh, see, most veterans, they can't think as quick as I can, okay? Because I have many years of experience, professional people that like to give you a runaround. A lot of vets, they'll say, oh, fuck you, or something like that. This is what she does. She deliberately gets a veteran mad, and then she can use that as an excuse to leave or something like that. You'll notice she said, well, you need to go to the cops. Notice when I said the federal government is a higher level than the cops. And she had to leave because she knew she ain't never met anybody like me. And see, the thing is I don't just give myself the credit. I give our maker the credit. Where do our thoughts come from? How is it I was able to counteract all her fucking excuses? That tells you right there. It should be, anytime you say fucking no, you're gonna give your excuses under fucking perjury, and you'll be motherfucking prosecuted. This has been over 4 years of where this sorry fuck stomper would stomp up and down the floor all the time. And it's not no fucking accident. It's called constructive eviction. So what they'll do is what I believe is, okay, Bob Faith is the owner of Graystar. It is a highly orchestrated criminal organization. He is the largest property manager in the United States. I guess he thinks that when he kicks the bucket, he's going to have a U-Haul trailer on the back of his hearse so he can take his money with him. It's a common tactic to switch managers all the time. As long as I've been in these apartments, there has been so much switching going on, it's incredible. There's probably been over 5 years, over 30 people coming up, and I'd say, who are you? Oh, well, I'm assistant manager or something, or I'm in training or something like that. So they do that on purpose because now when somebody has a complaint, they don't know who to go to. Another thing that they'll do is they will purposely, in my contract, nowhere, 126 pages, nowhere did it have clearly stating at the top of the paper, you will not violate anybody's rights to live in peace. You will not have a loud stereo. You will not have no bass. If you like your music loud, you can always get headphones or earbuds. So the thing is this is, I can guarantee you, I'm the very first person that she's ever run across that's been able to counteract all her fucking excuses. Why the fuck is she there? Notice when I said medical, I said, okay, let's go on medical. Let's go on to safety and comfort and well-being. What kind of medical damage does it do to somebody where they're hearing noise all the time, thumping bass and everything like that? That's why I created that, because I try to find simple, cheap, fast, easy solutions to problems, and that's what I do. And I've done that. I've done that for many years. Anytime I figure there's something that I can make things better for people, I do it. And I don't know why I do, but I thank our Maker that I do that. So why she's been at a fucking college, okay? I'm gonna see if I can get that college for you. I'm gonna show you some shit right now. This is the fucking bitch that like to say no all the time. Look at this goddamn shit right here. Enthusiastic, compassionate, resourceful, professional, academic, professional background, and social service, professionally committed, responsible, with the ability to adapt easily to new situations, can successfully perform diverse tasks efficiently, effectively using a combination of interpersonal, organizational, critical thinking skills, maintain focus in demanding work environment under deadline pressure conditions, highly motivated, versatile, with excellent prior torsion abilities. This is all motherfucking bullshit. She's a motherfucking con. That's what the fuck she is. She's a goddamn con. I bet you they didn't even fucking check her to see if she's a fucking liar. Wonder how many other vets have had problems with this fucking bitch right here. Somebody weighs 400 fucking pounds is a fucking fat hog. See that shit right there? Working. What the fuck does that working turn mean? What is that? What the fuck's that mean? See that shit right there? Look at this propaganda bullshit here. San Diego Health, VA, Care Assist. Some more bullshit. Look at this right here. What the fuck is she doing? Making all kinds of goddamn excuses. See this right here? Look at this. It's showing right here. She probably just sits on a fucking couch and eats goddamn fucking bonbons or something like that. See this fucking shit right here? There's that con bitch again. Look at that right there. See that fucking shit? I wonder how many people are disgusted at this fucking excuse maker. She's got all kinds of fucking protections herself. I can guarantee you that. But she don't think about the protection of people that are only trying to live in peace. She don't think about how many veterans could have had their phones switched out that can never call them again. Anybody. They can't get in touch with nobody. So anyway, this is my attempt right here at trying to right some wrongs here.